I'm just going to give you my pick. I'm going to break it down. Now, I've told you all week I like San Francisco. I think there's a lot of different ways that San Francisco can beat you. It wasn't a win that impressed me about San Francisco this year. It was a loss to Baltimore. Baltimore was tearing the league up. In fact, if you go back to when San Francisco went to Baltimore, if you go back to that week, they were just off games in November when they had, it was like college football. They beat New England by 17, Cincinnati by 36, Houston by 34, and the Rams by 39. And San Francisco has to travel cross-country, missing Quan Alexander, their most athletic linebacker, and Baltimore has their fewest points all year, their second fewest yards. Lamar passes for 100 yards, and Baltimore's held to 3 points in the entire second half. That's the game. We knew San Francisco was good, but how could they match up with the hottest team in the NFL? Baltimore at that time was scoring more than Kansas City. So I'm going to give you my thoughts about this game and numbers that I look at. Let's start with, you could even do NFL music if you wanted to. I don't even give a rip. Here we go. I like the Niners. The top two total defense. If you're a top two defense in the NFL and you play in the Super Bowl, you are 17-7. Pretty good numbers. When a top two offense plays a top two defense, Chiefs and Niners, 4 times the defense has won 3 of them. The 49ers had 57 sacks this year. Every team in the last 15 years to enter with at least 55 sacks in a Super Bowl is 6-0. By the way, the Niners played several teams that scored more points on average than Kansas City. Tampa Bay, the Ravens, and the Saints, they won 2 and held Tampa and Baltimore under 21 points. Kansas City, 8 of their last 9 losses, and is when they lose time of possession. And San Francisco's a top 5 time of possession team in the NFL. By the way, I also think the schedule for San Francisco has been so much more formidable since November. Look at the Chiefs. They face the 28th best defense in the Texans and the 21st in the Titans. It is a massive leap to play San Francisco's defense. By the way, the only time Kansas City this year faced a defense statistically better than San Francisco, it was New England. Patrick Mahomes had 1 TD, that's it, a pick, and a passer rating of 83. I have the team with the better defense, a remarkable pass rush that doesn't have to bring more people to create that pass rush. I'll take the Niners to win it 36-28, take a lead, pin their ears back. Mahomes has to throw with next to no running game on their best day. I'll take the Niners here. I know Andy Reid is great off a bye, and I know Mahomes can score as quickly as anybody that's played the position in years. Both valid. It's why I wouldn't put a lot of lettuce down on this game. I like San Francisco. I don't love the pick because I think Mahomes and Andy Reid with extra time are just a nightmare and a track meet to face, but I'll take the Niners here. I want to segue to this as well. You know I've been very critical of Baker Mayfield. Very critical of Baker Mayfield. And here's how it works as a sportscaster. Is I have strong opinions, and if I'm wrong, you let me have it. But if I'm right, you don't want to hear about it, and you quickly segue to, well, I mean, you're obsessed about blank guy. So I get a lot of this. You're obsessed about Baker Mayfield. No, I was right about Baker Mayfield. You were wrong, and you just want to segue to another argument because you wouldn't stop your Twitters at me if you were right. He's got, in 29 games played in the NFL, 35 picks. He's had lousy judgment. He's been cocky for 2 years. He needs to grow up, be more measured and mature. Now, I get young guys sometimes feel like if they're not real and they don't tell you exactly how they feel, they're not keeping it real. I get that. But that's why quarterback is not a wide receiver. You got to be a politician. And I thought Baker Mayfield showed up on First Things First this morning and was measured and was smart and showed growth and was maturing. I really liked what I saw. He owned some stuff, realizes now he's got to get better. Here was a mature and measured Baker Mayfield on First Things First this morning.
How do you get back to being the Baker Mayfield that you've been every step of your career aside from this past season? What do you need to do?
Focus on the things that I can control. Work on my game, work on getting better as a quarterback, as a leader, getting around my guys, whatever happens to our team, our roster, getting around those guys very early on to where we feel like a unified group and just getting better, like I said, on my own stuff. Not turning the ball over, taking care of that. I can't handle that stuff until season comes around. But I can work on scheme-wise, learning this new playbook with our new staff and getting into that, diving into it to where when we report in April, it's go time. I'm excited about this new staff and where everything's headed. It's a new energy for us. We got a young group. We had a young group last year, but I'm excited where it's headed.
By the way, you may be surprised to hear this. I'm not rooting against Baker Mayfield. I find it hard to root against young people. Thankfully, in my career, most of my people around me, even my critics, I don't think rooted against me. I also think he's going to have a very, very good bounce-back year. Unlike Browns fans, I like the moves they've made. I like Kevin Stefanski. He's a grown-up. I think Baker Mayfield's going to have a nice year in the NFL. Now, I do not think in that division I'm going to pick the Browns to win it because I think the problems there are systemic and they start with the owner. But I'm not rooting against Baker. I watched a lot of Baker. I don't root against people. I've already been proven right on this. So if you think I'm rooting to be righter than right, you're wrong. He's going to bounce back. He's going to have a good year. And I thought this morning the word I would use, measured. You don't always have to show everybody what you ate on Instagram, and you don't have to say everything you truly feel on Twitter. Sometimes as a politician, i.e. a franchise quarterback, take a deep breath, move to the next topic. You're the leader of a $2 billion franchise. Good luck to Baker. I thought he was good today. Now, I've been doing this thing all week. It's called trading faces. It's odd and terrifying. My favorite one is Sunday. This is my latest installment, including Baker Mayfield, and I think what you'll see is his twin brother is Kevin Stefanski. Here it is.
Colin spends most of his time talking about your favorite football stars.
I mean, Baker's gotten 2 coaches fired already.
But today, he's talking as them.
You don't play, you don't know it.
This is Trading Faces.
I can only imagine what it must have been like when Kevin Stefanski, as a surprise choice as Browns head coach, and Baker Mayfield got together for the first time in Cleveland. I mean, Baker's saying, wait a minute, I've been here a couple years. You are not what I'm expecting. You're not Josh McDaniels. And Stefanski's saying, you're not Kirk Cousins, okay? If you're the face of our franchise, we need you to step it up. Guy's going to want to spend January playing football, not shooting progressive commercials. We need a leader. Hey, I'm a leader here, okay? I am a leader. I led the AFC in interceptions. You sound a lot like Colin Cowherd, a lot like him, actually. I'm over that guy. How do you think Baker would react if Stefanski wanted to trade OBJ? Coach. No, he's my guy. OBJ's my guy. We got so much in common. Swag, dance moves, cool hats. Both have police videos now. We can make it work on the field. But I need your advice on one thing, Coach. Where do you get your beard trim? I got to be honest. That is nice. Your beard is tight. I had issues with mine all season long. Another edition of Trading Faces. I swear I won't bring up that video anymore.
Yeah,
I won't.
okay.
I'll be nice from this point forward.
Those are so great.
All right. The best one Sunday, by the way.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.